Hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here. Continuing our story in Eorzea with Gavtia. We just did our Starlight celebration mini quest. That was cute. I enjoyed it. I enjoy them every year. Got a nice little barding for my chocobo that I'll have out when we do anything out in the field. Let's see where we're at. Attuned to the aetheryte at Saharak. Speak with Kuplo Cop in the Bramble Patch. Simply to die for. Talk to Edgenolf. It's definitely pirates. I did a random dungeon yesterday and ended up getting that one before I could turn on the camera. So let's turn that one in. Got some characters in cute little outfits. I don't know. Not sure what I feel like doing today. Continuing the story, I'm sure. Might do a few dungeons, not sure. Ah, you are returned, says DePergia. Tell me, were you able to identify our intruders? Men who look like jellyfish, and you say they were Captain Madison and his crew? This is decidedly odd. But I know better than to doubt you. I will have the bodies retrieved for study, and that we might be better prepared to face such enemies in the future. Your work here is done, friend. Pray make your way to Aleport. Commodore Raynor awaits news there and will doubtless be glad of a first-hand account. Let's go back to Aleport. Raynor says, I've already received word of your success. You do not disappoint, Gav. Yellow Jacket, sir, body has arrived for inspection. My goodness, I'm not sure we should put bodies out in the middle of the street where it could distress citizens, but, you know, it's Final Fantasy. Raynor says, this thing used to be a man? Gods be good, how did this happen? Somebody is saying, a sight to turn the stomach. 'Tis well I haven't eaten. My lady, thank you for granting us your valuable time and expertise. Commodore, allow me to introduce Miss Sena, foremost among the celebrated Professor Lamberton's students. Sena says, let us not stand on ceremony. Friends, this man's natural form can be attributed, I believe, to the excess absorption of water-aspected ether. A living being can only absorb a certain quantity of ether before suffering adverse effects. To be altered so drastically requires a fatal dose, yet our subject here lived long enough to be struck down. A most peculiar case indeed. Raynor says, I've heard that a primal creates thralls by showering mortals with its own ether. Could this be an extension of that process? Sena says, I dare say you have struck the mark, Commodore. If being exposed once to a primal's ether is enough to corrupt the mind, 'tis plausible that repeated exposure corrupts the flesh. Raynor says Madison and his crew had failed to hold Sestasha for their Sahagan overlords, and I suspect that this was their punishment. The fishback's depravity knows no bounds. Sena says, to think that creatures capable of such cruelty lurk nearby. I shan't get another wink of sleep while I'm here. Raynor says, have no fear, my lady. My yellow jackets are sworn to protect Aleport and her denizens, and in light of recent developments, you may be certain that we will redouble our vigilance. Sena says, your words give me heart, Commodore, and as previously agreed upon, by way of payment for my services, I shall hold on to the specimen for my research. Oh, that's never a good thing. That's never a good thing. I wonder what shenanigans Sena's going to get into. We got a bunch of these where we actually just have to enter. Speak with Cesaruka at the Miners Guild. Weaponsmith of Legend. That's for crafting a legendary weapon. I'll probably skip that for a while. Melding Materia Muchly. Meld Materia before Mutamix. Into the heart of the world. Speak with the Storm Private at the Grey Fleet. That is in Lower Lenosia. Rise and Fall of the Gentleman. That starts the Hildebrand series. Peace for Thanalan. Report to Giselbert in Little Alamigo. Fear and Odin in the Shroud. That's doing Earth's font. Let us... Let's go to Moraby Dry Docks since we have to go to Lower Lenosia anyway. You can see my chocobo barding. Kind of cute. Got a little cask on the back. Apples in the basket. A little bell on its head. That's cute. Yeah, I think I just have to enter it. Okay. Yes, we've got to talk to the Storm Private in here. Now look here, you'll have your bloody story right after you carry these sacks of grain over to the mill. Track to him. Never missing an opportunity to get out of work. Just like, like middle school age kids, But sir, that's what you said when you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. All right. I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old track to me and a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you can? The tale of Trektum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. 2 inches, maybe? When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some who say you can never truly beat Leviabetus, and you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them. And that doesn't happen much. Me members tiny. It's pathetic. We had that figured out already, track 2. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day. Big surprise there. Loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great, big, massive sea serpent some malms off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared, I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh, God, just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Now we know why he has brown in his pants. Hey, wait, if you were asking after Leviabetus, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Gav, this is Minphilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviabetus? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Moraby dry docks. Pray, make your way there as soon as you are able. Okay. Let's quick travel down there. Well, let's see what they all have to say. Yuguri, when first Master Einzar proposed the twin vessel, I must confess that I had my doubts. Only now that the war leader is completed do I see the elegance of this solution. Minphilia. Would that we had armed ourselves with more knowledge beforehand. Well, it cannot now be helped. I take comfort in the fact that you have faced worse odds in the past and have ever prevailed. You will do so again, of that I have no doubt. Thancred says, to complete the twin vessel in so short a time, and with limited materials, the people of Naldik and Vimelis have won an admirer in me. Y'shtola says, It will require no small amount of helmsmanship to tow the World Eater. I dare say delivering you safely to Leviathan will be a battle in itself. Oh, thanks, Yerstola. We gotta fight a primal, but first we gotta get there. And that could be just as dangerous. You made me feel a lot better there. Admiral says, in order to build the World Eater, we had to decommission 2 perfectly serviceable galleons. Suffice it to say, their captains weren't best pleased with the notion. But when I offered them the chance to keep their ships and face Leviathan in our stead, they magnanimously withdrew their complaints. We must all make sacrifices for the greater good, they said. I'm sure they did. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved you fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Eater I call her, is complete. And she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The World Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Einzar stands ready to send you off to your encounter with the Lord of the Whirl. Lord of the Whirl can talk today. Einzar Slafson says, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Naldik and Vimeles are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of its hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Minfilia says, it is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom shall once again employ diversions. Thangrid and Yerstola, I would have you assist in this effort. Yugiri says, if it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. Merwood says, we would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thangrid and Yerstola, if you would join the 3rd levy, and Lady Yugiri the 5th. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these, go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. Minfilia says, I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Gav. May the crystal bless and keep you. The World Eater Hard, now accessible. Does she have anything new to say? Nope, nothing new to say. Oh, we got high-level dungeons available now. Okay. We're going to queue for that, and then we'll kind of fly around and turn these other things in while we're at it. Mordona is where we got to go for that. I think I have some antique solarettes. Yeah, antique. You'll see antique items. Sometimes you'll get those That is drops. And there's a vendor in this area where you can turn that in. Forge sales. Artifact equipment. I don't know if that's vintage. Oh, you can turn these antique breeches in for these different items. For a black mage. Sometimes you just get these items and turn them in for steals. Can't you see I'm thinking lad off with you? Alice sent you, did she? And I suppose she just happened to mention me contract with Rowena, eh? I thought she'd be satisfied with me vintage gear. There was a time it practically flew off the shelves, bringing in ventures with tombstones by the bucket, but now, you damn divas are a fickle lot. And apparently none of you'll be caught dead in me stuff no more. Now I've got Rowena jumping down me throat, clamoring for summit new, summit the realm ain't herefore seen before. The woman expects too bloody much, to tell you, but if I don't fill me contract, she'll have thugs fitting me feet for lead boots. If only I pissed out bright ideas each dawn like I did me ale. Hold your horse, birds. I know you're from somewhere. You're one of them ventures that started the bloody relic armor movement way back when, ain't you? As I live and breathe. Tried as I might, and holy hells did I try. I wasn't quite able to recreate the masterworks. There was something about certain quality even the great Edge and all weren't going to match. I suppose one never truly can rival the classics, eh? Ah, Alice, you sly shrew. That's why you sent this one. You wanted him to remind me of the old days when armorcraft was about the armor and naught else. Somewhere along the way, I reckon I got caught up in the hurly-burly and lost me way. You know, I reckon it's high time I got back to basics, focus more on who'll be wearing me gear than the pretty tale on that Makote selling me the parts. Might be then I can come up with somewhat what'll satisfy old Rowena. Cheers, lad. 'Twas kind of you to stop by. And while you're here, how about I fix up your own set of relic gear? Mine assistant Kakelin here can augment each and every piece. Of course, that's assuming you can bring him the proper parts. I ain't running a charity. Don't go forgetting your gear neither. You may now trade with Kakelin, and after obtaining the appropriate augmentation item, you can exchange it along with artifact armor for augmented artifact armor, which, unlike regular relic armor, can be dyed any color of your choice. Please note that the augmentation item required will vary depending on the artifact armor you wish to exchange. I know I wanted the blue dye. What do we have to have? Any friend of Edgenolf is more than welcome here. How may I help you? You have to have a gallant armor augmentation. And I am not entirely sure where you picked that up. Let's see if we wanted to dye that. Let's do something completely different. Ooh. That's very bright red, but could look really cool. Like the bright gold. Let's see, dark blue. Pearl white. And there's jet black and pure white. Pretty nice. Got lots of options there. Oh, we got a pop. I hope. These foreign merchants. Oriental Snow Cave. Okay. I forgot all about those. There we go. All right, here we go. Now you have to... I think if you're physical or melee, you have to hit the head and the tail. You gotta be ranged or casters or something like that. You gotta take these Sahagin out. Ah, good. somebody knows how to do the elemental convert, because I don't. I completely missed what he said there. Right. That could have been way more painful than it was. Okay, report to Merlewood in the command room in Limsa. Let's go see what she has to say. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir, and on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. I don't know what that wink is supposed to mean, but... Alright, what do our scions have to say? And Einzar. Number of things did not go exactly to plan, I will admit. Leviathan denied us the luxury of ramming him for one, but let's not quibble over the manner of the victory, eh? If Limsa is safe and we are yet undrowned, I conclude that it has been a good day. Now go and bask in the Admiral's gratitude, will you? You have certainly earned the right. Yustola. My congratulations, Gav. The victory will serve to quiet the Sahagin, for a time at least. Yuguri says. That such things can be defeated runs contrary to all I know. Whence comes your strength and sense of purpose? Minfili. So often do you achieve the impossible that I fear my words of congratulation will begin to sound repetitive, if indeed they have not already. With this in mind, I shall say only that I am glad of your safe return. Think there's another notch on the old belt, is it? Well done, my friend. Were I a god, I dare say I would tremble at your summoning. Okay. Merlewood.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
Aw, he looks happy.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
It's a tough choice sometimes. Xanthale has orders to point you in the direction of the Lominsan underworld. When Yurguri met the fraternity. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in mind keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Hyaran man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you will be introduced abide in the shadows of Lominsan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Good luck. You're going to need it. I need to check on my ventures real quick. Sold some items there. Stuff that I can't use, I put on the market because people will use it and I can always use the guild. I switched to Bard so I can use Peloton. Didn't your mammy teach you it's rude to stare? Okay. Eat the egg. Got business with me, Adventure? Merlwyb's letter of introduction, a letter penned by Admiral Merlwyb, introducing Yugiri of Doma to the members of Limsa Lominsa's as yet unnamed secret fraternity. So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that Merlwyb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. The man says, you're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa is a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. Yugiri says, and so you have developed fighting techniques suited to that purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There's much we might learn from one another, I think. What in the hell? 7 hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, Yugiri of what's-it? We can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Ha! That didn't come out right, did it? No. I expect Yugiri would be able to kick his ass. Master Gav, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the fact that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Ooh, what are we going to get? A level 50 weapon coffer. All right. What's he got to say? Core, it's been ages since Thancred up and left the sisters. What I wouldn't give to run with the old scoundrel again, just like back in the old days. Yugiri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. I'll pick up some of these earrings for the retainers. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alright. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alright. We will see Lady Yugiri again. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break here. Mama Cat Gamer's back. We gotta speak with Cesaruka at the Miners Guild. I also want to do this Legacy of Oleg, because I want to unlock at least one Alliance raid. Maybe all 3. I might get all 3 done. I'm not sure. Alright. We're at our FC house. Okay. I'm gonna go over to the gold saucer real quick. Let's see what we got today. I got nada out of that one. Okay. Probably should have taken the 360 for sure one. 1119, that's gonna be crappy. Another one there, I got like nothing. Okay, I could do maybe a 789 here or a 789 here. Well, I know for sure it's not that. Okay, we got a chance here. Nope. Okay. You never know. Let's see what we'll get there. 252, hey? You know. See if I got any cards to turn in. Nope. Alright. If you ever need to turn in cards that you've unlocked through the Triple Triad Trader, you can turn them in here, selling cards for MGP. That's the vendor for that. Alright, we're going to go to Ul'dah. We have to go to the Miners Guild. So let's go to Ruby Road Exchange. Husting Strip's the upper level. And I need the lower level. See if there's any more blue quests around here that I haven't learned of. The Way of the Samurai. Thaumaturge. Corpse Groom. I think that's it for us. Oh, let's see, what do we got for gear? We could upgrade his gear here. Let's see what he's got. Oh, that's where we unlock primal gear. Okay. Need these items. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh, that's that is really cool looking, actually. See what the other ones look like. Tidal Wave Bow. Not bad. Not my favorite, but not bad. For Machinist. That one looks pretty cool too. That's a nice little... These would be nice glams, actually. For Ninja. That looks pretty cool too. Alright. So these are the tank gear items. These are nice little glams. Gams. Gams are legs. See, Rosenbogen. That's a nice looking bow. That's pretty cool too. If I didn't already have a cool looking lance, I would probably pick that one up, because that's nice. If I want to pick up ninja. Anyway, I came to get some Dragoon items. I've got 1032, so we can upgrade some. Let's do the pants. And hands. That's pretty much all we're going to be able to do. All right, and then reassign our gear. Let's go back to Bard. My poor Bard needs some love there. See what levels they are. Yeah, Dragoon's 57, Bard's 56. Okay. Go to the Miners Guild. Looks very festive here. Sesaruku. Heard about our petition, have you? And you'll do as we ask, no questions asked? Great attitude. Now then, the situation's like this. Popo Cooley says, no, this isn't right. I'll be damned if I put our sister's fate in a stranger's hands. I'm going myself. Oh, brilliant plan, brother. Go blundering into the sunken temple of Karn. That place is a death trap. Popo Cooley, what guarantees do we have that this adventurer can beat those traps? None, that's what. But you know better than any what these muscles are capable of. What the hells do you mean you've beaten those traps already? Wait, you're the reason Neneko's in this trouble. I'm gonna end you, I swear it. Sesaruku says, calm yourself, brother. This adventurer is not to blame for what happened. Besides, he's perfect for the task. Let's start again, shall we? I'm Sesaruku, and this is my twin brother, Popo Cooley. And as you may have gathered, we need you to mount a rescue mission in the sunken temple of Karn. After you've defeated the temple's snares and traps, the place was officially open for research. The concern partnered with the Order of Nalthal to fund an expedition. Aye, and the research team was led by none other than Neneko, our little sister. She's the one who wrote the book on the ruins of Sildi. They researched to end all other research on the place. Nobody except her was going to figure out that Sildi and Ulda are both descended from the Beledian civilization. The sunken temple of Karn is the native rock. No way in seven hells was she going to not lead that expedition. Sesaruku says, but who comes bumbling in? A band of relic traders. That's who. The greedy horse son set off a trap, and now our little sister is stuck in this stinking place. Poxy bastards. Putting Neneko in danger. If they aren't Tonberry mints already, you can be sure that I'll end them myself. Sesaruku says, and that's the situation as it stands. Talk to Bibimu at the entrance to the temple, and she'll let you in. You go and get Neneko out of there in one piece, you hear? Alright, do they have anything else? Talk to Bibimu at the entrance to the temple and she'll let you in. You go and get Neneko out of there in one piece. Sod everyone else on the expedition. Just get Neneko out of there. Okay. Ifrit bleeds. Let's go go do that. I think we got to go to Sunken Temple of Karn. I know we got to go to Forgotten. Little Alamigo we have to go to. Okay. We got somebody there we got to talk to. Commander Swift said he'd assigned someone to assist with our growing beastman problem. Glad to see the urgency of our situation is being taken seriously. Now, as I'm sure the commander explained, the Amalja activity in the region has grown almost frenzied. Seems like the lizardmen are determined to carry off every peddler and traveler that tries to pass through southern Thanalan. And I'm not speaking of furtive nighttime raids here. The bastards are striking in full daylight, even against escorted merchant caravans. We've heard reports of raids as far south as the Sogoli Desert, so it's not a simple matter of increasing patrols on the roads into Little Alamigo. We must mount a decisive response, and soon. The next time the Amalja appear, I want you ready to send them howling back into the desert. Not long before you arrived, in fact, our scouts reported a merchant resting in plain view on one of the trade routes. Make haste to the location I've marked on your map, and see that the fool isn't taken by a raiding party. Alright, where do we gotta go for that? Okay, we gotta go over to that area anyway. Uh-oh. Overconfident fools, you think your raids here go unnoticed? What treachery is this? You are the Brotherhood of Ash? We are. Though we number but few, we shall be your death this day. Traitorous heathens, your victory will come at a price. Attacking when the enemy's back is turned, your ancestors would turn in their graves. A soldier's life is one of peril, and the first rule of war is to understand the mind of your enemy as well as your own. Your presence is noted here, adventurer, but this is our battle. You need not become involved. I am Hamushka, and I lead the Brotherhood of Ash. We are what remain now that the all-consuming flames have reduced the rest of my people to unthinking zealots. You interest me, child of Eorzea, be it fortune or fate. I will not ignore the forces that sought to bring us together. I extend to you an invitation to join us at the Ring of Ash. Amalja and 1 Mikote. Okay. What's our carefree merchant doing here? Thank you for not abandoning me to those savages. Is it not unusual for Amalja to fight amongst themselves? I suppose even the beastmen must have squabbles. All right, BB Moo. Welcome to the stately ruin that was, and is, the Sunken Temple of Karn. What a relief they actually sent someone who's been here and knows the drill. The twins, they can be a little overbearing. They'll need some of that imperiousness soon enough, though, when it falls to them to run the concern. In case you didn't know, those two are the chairman's progeny. Them and Miss Neneko. You will find it much change within thanks to those fool robbers. Take care, but not so much that you cannot make haste. Alright. Amushka. Welcome to the Ring of Ash, adventurer. This place serves as home for our humble gathering of soldiers. My brothers and I ever seek to hone our martial prowess and honor the blood of our ancestors. We keep to the old ways of the desert nomad and of the warrior. To those who are worthy, we show the proper respect regardless of origin. Your aura, it carries the reek of brimstone. Could you be one of the champions said to have laid low the Lord of the Inferno? Then I would have you understand the curse that has befallen our fanatic brethren. They have forgotten the code that governs our people, the glory that comes with the warrior's death. They spirit away the weak and the feeble and offer them up in exchange for the barbed blessings of a hoary god. Day after day I witness the shameful acts of my kin. The honor of the Amalja is a faded, paltry thing, no longer driven by the righteous fortunes of battle. It is these kidnappings that most stoke the flames of my fury. Why, the victims often bear no arms at all. What triumph can be found in such cowardly attacks? We are hunters, my brothers, and the fallen Amalja who huddle in Xanarak are prey. If you share my outrage, then I bid you join us in our kin war. No, I will not accept this pretender. You claim to be one of the heroes who felled Ifrit. I've cut down a dozen men who boasted that feat. More likely you slew a guttering fire sprite and convinced yourself it was the king of the seventh hell. Hamushka says, I will not ask for your counsel, Lunga. I, and I alone, make this decision for the Brotherhood. Then you better not stray into the path of my arrows, adventurer. We have too many enemies for me to waste ammunition on puffed-up heroes like you. Forgive this interruption. I shall vouch for the authenticity of your claim. Only one who has faced and defeated a freak could have the scent that you do. Past glories, however, will not impress my soldiers. Prove yourself through your actions, and you might find your reception here improved. Our foes are the Amalja of Zanrak. We shall break the fangs that feast on the helpless. Our target is clear and our resolve unshakable. Alright, that unlocks the Amalja. I keep wanting to call them Beast Tribe quests because that's how I know them. Alright, this unlocks. Okay, I can't even see the vendors right now. Let's check out the mender, see if he'll mend me. Probably not, but... Alright. Let's go unlock that dungeon. If the Ifrit bleeds, we can kill it. Anyway, they're called allied societies now. Oh, okay, can't do that. Won't let me go that way. Oh, nice. I just realized they're on my hunt log. These are on my hunt log too. Very nice. I have to have 3 of those. I need to find 2 more. Oh, there's one right there. I wanted to get out of the way of that patrolling one. Alright, we unlocked that one. Got a whole bunch of stuff unlocked. Oh my god. I had that silence the whole time. Alright. Oh, let's look for our hunt log stuff here. I knew I should check that. Very nice. Wow, we actually needed to complete the rank 3 hunt logs for the Maelstrom. We'll definitely need that eventually. For our next rank. Some other things we gotta do before then. Boulder Downs. I need the giant reader. That is a pretty view. The sunlight coming through like that, that's nice. I wonder if Alberic has a quest for us. How fare you of late? With Stinian having left us, the post of the Azure Dragoon has been vacated for the first time in the sea's recorded history. If I said that the current state of affairs did not put me ill at ease, I would be a liar. And yet I am but a lone dragoon, and it is not my place to question. So I place my trust in my superiors and defend the sea with my life. Glad they don't have these too close. Saw that I interrupted that skill. Paralyzed pretty much makes you unable to take action for a little while, so paralyzing it is always good. Mordona, North Silver Tier. Let's go to Mordona. Speak with Minfilia. Not easy being green. Losing seems to have eyes only for you. Good day to you, my wayfaring friend. Say, you wouldn't happen to be the man who slew the Tonberry King, would you? Yep, I am. I knew it, by the onion. I've a fine gent for you, looking for you, that is. He has an appetizing proposal on the table, and I think you should pay him a visit. He's one of the treasure hunters at Camp Bronze Lake. Oh, and he will, of course, be there with his partner. The two are inseparable, but I'll let them tell you more themselves. Well, off to Lenosia with you. I think that's going to unlock the hard mode version of that. Let's see what these all have to say. Dewari. In my native land, there exist individuals not unlike these adventurers, yet without a master to serve. How does one know the path that one must walk? Higiri. I've been tasked with helping out in the kitchen. Once I have grown accustomed to my duties, I hope to treat our hosts to traditional Doman cuisine. Kultane. An adventurer bends not to authority, but lives and acts according to his own beliefs. He is the master of his own destiny. Ozan. The Rising Stones. What a peculiar name for a sanctuary. Tataru. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Rising Stones. With your cooperation, we hope to grow rich and transform this place into the piling gold. Instead of rising stones, piling gold. Oh, yeah, forgive me, but I must see to the Doman's needs. Koharu, what if you wanted to solve a problem that's already happened, like the Garleans destroying Doma? History is our friend, young one. The answers to the problems of the present are oft to be found within the past. We need but seek them out. I can't go in there. Flamine, you do flatter me, dear, and I do believe you had a bit too much to drink. Some 15 years ago, a mission took me to Ul'dah. 'Twas then that I first chanced to gaze upon your beauty. I was utterly transfixed. I dared not blink, lest I deprive myself of even a split second of your radiance. And then Flamine says, you do flatter me, dear, but I do believe you had a bit too much to drink. Nice. Pepperliu, what in the Seven Hills are you doing up there? Get down there before you fall and break your neck. Yozan, you think this is impressive? In Doma, we trained to run in the treetops. Ida, don't mind Papalimo. He's making a fuss over nothing as usual. Yozan's sense of balance is amazing for a boy his age. I wonder how he got so good. Ori Boulder. Some of the Domans wanted to learn how to fight, and it's fallen to me to oversee their training. First, I need to find suitable equipment for everyone.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy.
You know, Asians can do that. That's a very interesting bit of lore there.
It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Asians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Asians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh! I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is aught amiss?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Ooh.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Wonder why he's there after all this time.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Uh-oh. That's never a good thing. Through the Maelstrom. Let's see what achievements we've gotten the last 5 times. Ooh, unclaimed. A Mammoth 003L, a fully operational clockwork puppet built for the Maelstrom. Finish those. Making sure I don't have anything around that I need to pick up or rewards. Ah. Nice. Oh. Ultima. I love that piece of music. These are all weapons that I don't have. All right. All right, Minfilia has something new for us. The Great Divide. Minfilia's thoughts keep turning to the fate of the students of Baldessian. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations, which we had previously attributed to good King Mogg XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Asilia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Ul'dah this time are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Asilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Gav, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. All right. I'm well aware that our resources are finite, but we have a responsibility to protect the people of Eorzea. Well, you can't do it if you're broke. Alright, they have nothing new to say. Draggle-tailed refugee. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised it is you, says the refugee. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that got took. They say there's work, but there's naught for an honest man, naught as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. It's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I could see what's coming. I knew we had to run, the only question was where, and then it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning our back on us? Tataru, if I might have a word? Tataru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady? We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I'm not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino, and quickly. If he is in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we are discussing earlier. Ida and Papalima will see to it. Tatar says, Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Gav! Don't believe what they say. I know these people. They would only take up arms to defend themselves. If there was a riot, I swear to you, they didn't start it. Okay, fair. For keepsake? I probably have to do Amdapur keep normal mode first. Okay. The snakes are down here somewhere. I need one more snake. Oh, there's one. Okay, we got the Chocobo unlocked. Merchant Mender. Let's repair our gear. We got quite a bit to repair here. This is mid-40s gear. Highest that looks like 46, so. we only have hippogriffs, and I know we're going to have to go get those in just a moment. So let's switch over to Bard. Rambros. Why, if it isn't Gavtia himself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity you spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavor. Okay. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first... Gav? I thought it was you. What brings you to St. Conex? Don't tell me the Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe, yes? No? I see you two are already acquainted. That as well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero, here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? Glad to have you aboard, Gav. Now, don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The Sons of St. Konek are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allagan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allagan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Tolskeva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with the notable Allagan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allagan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the Lesser Moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from the era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and, above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground, but like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. And undoubtedly full of traps. Those look dangerous. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy the statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be dangerous and difficult, Gav, but I can think of no finer man for the task. Sid, if I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. Rambros. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, and earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analyses, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of unsurpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the beast tribe's strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray, make for Lenosia, where both the Sap's spawning grounds and Ugamaro mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion, but whatever you do, please be careful. Alright, those little wolves are up ahead here. And then I think that'll finish off our hunt log. Yes, here we are. Or hippogriff. I think I have to kill some more later, but it might be a while, and I'd rather just finish this off, honestly. Because we're so close. Yeah. Alright, we got them all done. All done. At least for a while. Until we pick up another job. Alright. Survey the designated location of Gamma Orion's. Slay the Kobold Sentry. Alright. We've got that going. So, we're going to leave it here for today. I'm going to pull up my cat joke. All right, here's one for you. What do you call a cat magician? A performer. Performer. Okay. And on that note, happy Starlight, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays to everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Mama Cat Gamer is signing out.